Welcome. This is a product overview of ComplianceForge's CFD Bundle 2, the near turnkey documentation stack for ISO 27001 and 27002. Over the next few minutes, we will walk through what it is, what problems it solves, exactly which 11 products are included, and how it compares to writing this documentation yourself. The CFD Bundle 2 includes 11 ComplianceForge products focused on operationalizing ISO 27001 and 27002. The policies and standards, the matching procedures, the CSCRM strategy and implementation plan, the risk management program, the cybersecurity risk assessment template, the vulnerability and patch management program, the integrated incident response program, the continuity of operations plan, secure baseline configurations, the information assurance program, and the data privacy program. If a certification auditor asked for your complete ISO 27001 documentation today, could you produce it? Or would you be assembling it one product at a time? The CFD Bundle 2 gives you a running start, a coordinated set of editable templates that cover the standard end-to-end, so your team tailors rather than authors, and reaches roughly 80 to 90% of the way there from day one. Achieving certification is not just a policy exercise. An ISMS requires documented governance, risk management, and operational controls drawn from ISO 27002. And a certification auditor expects each one to be backed by procedures and evidence that the work actually happens. Most organizations start with policies and standards, then realize the ISMS also expects a risk program, incident response, continuity planning, vulnerability management, secure configurations, and privacy documentation. The CFD Bundle 2 is ComplianceForge's near turnkey documentation stack for ISO 27001 and 27002. It brings together the full set of editable products that, used together, cover the breadth of an ISMS. From the foundational policies and standards, down to the procedures and program-level documentation that prove how each control is run. Because every product is built on the same Secure Controls Framework taxonomy, also known as the SCF, the pieces cross-reference cleanly and present one consistent program. It is built for organizations pursuing certification or proving alignment to customers that want a complete, coordinated documentation set instead of disconnected templates. Your team tailors the specifics to your environment and reaches a defensible, certification-ready ISMS in far less time than building it from scratch. Here is where ISO 27001 sits across ComplianceForge's documentation spectrum. So what exactly is the CFD Bundle 2? It is ComplianceForge's enterprise-class solution for organizations aligning with the 2022 editions of ISO 27001 and 27002, where the PSP tier bundle provides the foundational layer of policies, standards, and procedures. The CFD Bundle 2 extends coverage across the entire program: governance and risk management, vulnerability and patch management, incident response and continuity of operations, secure baseline configurations, supply chain risk, and data privacy. Instead of a pile of standalone documents, it is a single coordinated documentation set built on one control framework, so the components reference each other and tell one coherent story to a certification auditor. ComplianceForge assembled this bundle based on client feedback to make the standard attainable without sourcing every piece separately. When you break it down into what it actually expects, each component maps to a specific need: the policies and standards that define your ISMS, the procedures that prove it operates, and the program-level documentation that supports the Annex A control areas. The result is comprehensive coverage that stays internally consistent as your program evolves. This bundle is a one-time purchase of editable Microsoft Office-based documentation templates. There is no software to install, no agent to deploy, no account to provision, and no cloud environment to configure. If your organization can open and edit Microsoft Word or Excel files, or compatible tools like OpenOffice and Google Workspace, you can use every product in this bundle. Everything is delivered as fully editable Word and Excel files, compatible with Word 2016 and newer, Microsoft 365, OpenOffice, LibreOffice, and Google Docs and Sheets. All products in the bundle are delivered via email download link within 1 to 2 business days of purchase. There is no installer, no license server, and no activation step. And it is a one-time purchase. A single entity license is included, and the bundle price is a one-time charge. No subscriptions are required for any product in the bundle. This deployment model is intentional. Cybersecurity documentation belongs in your organization's own document management systems, not locked inside a vendor's SaaS tool. Once delivered, every document in this bundle belongs to you. Organizations pursuing certification or aligning with the standard quickly run into a problem. Policies and procedures alone are not enough. Certification auditors, customer security reviews, and third-party risk management evaluations ask about risk management, incident response, vulnerability management, business continuity, and supply chain. The first problem is scattered documentation. Most organizations have policies in one place, procedures in another, and program-level documents, if they exist at all, written by different people in different styles. This bundle delivers them all in a coordinated, consistent format. The second is ISO 27001 Audit Completeness. The bundle pairs the CDPP and the CSOP with program-level documentation, so certification auditors get a complete picture across every Annex A control domain, not just policies and procedures. And the third is a faster program stand-up. Building this level of documentation in-house typically takes over 2,500 hours, over 12 to 18 months. The bundle provides a professionally written baseline that can be customized in a fraction of that time. The CFD Bundle 2 delivers a pre-assembled, coordinated set of ISO-aligned products, covering policies, procedures, and all major program-level domains expected of a certifiable information security management system. The first is coordinated content. All products are written by ComplianceForge using a single voice, shared vocabulary, and consistent structure. The CSOP provides one-to-one procedure mapping to CDPP standards, and the program documents reference both. The second is certification-ready documentation. Every document is written to withstand scrutiny by certification auditors, external assessors, and third-party risk management evaluations. Every document maps to ISO 27001 and cross-references NIST 853, the NIST CSF, CMMC, and other leading frameworks. And the third is same-day delivery. ComplianceForge processes most orders the same business day. Expect delivery within 1 to 2 business days of purchase, with all products arriving together via email download link. So what do you actually receive? The CFD Bundle 2 includes 11 ComplianceForge products delivered together as a discounted bundle. Each is a complete, standalone deliverable. The first is the Policies and Standards for ISO 27001 and 27002. This version of the Cybersecurity and Data Protection Program contains the necessary policies and standards that help achieve compliance. The second is the Matching Procedures, the Cybersecurity Standardized Operating Procedures for ISO. The third is the CSCRM Strategy and Implementation Plan, intended to operationalize a supply chain risk management program aligned with NIST 800-161 Revision 1. The fourth is the Risk Management Program, addressing the strategic, operational, and tactical components of risk management. The fifth is the Cybersecurity Risk Assessment Template, which provides the format to produce high-quality risk assessment reports. The sixth is the Vulnerability and Patch Management Program, addressing how to actually manage patching and vulnerability management, including vulnerability scanning and penetration testing. The seventh is the Integrated Incident Response Program, addressing how to actually manage incident response operations, including forensics and reporting. The eighth is the Continuity of Operations Plan, addressing how to actually plan for and respond to both business continuity and disaster recovery operations. The ninth is Secure Baseline Configurations, the documentation solution to efficiently document what constitutes a hardened system in your organization. The 10th is the Information Assurance Program, focused on pre-production testing to validate the existence and functionality of controls before a system goes into production. And the 11th is the Data Privacy Program, the editable privacy program template that ensures data protection-related controls are adequately identified and implemented. Now compare that against the two alternatives for obtaining quality cybersecurity documentation. For your internal staff to generate comparable documentation, it would take them an estimated 2,700 internal staff work hours, which equates to a cost of approximately $255,250 in staff-related expenses. That is about 15 to 30 months of development time, where your staff would be diverted from other work. If you hire a consultant to generate this documentation, It would take them an estimated 1,800 contractor work hours, which equates to a cost of approximately $566,500. That is about 18 to 24 months of development time for a contractor to provide you with a deliverable. The CFD Bundle 2 is approximately 8% of the cost for your internal staff and approximately 4% of the cost for an external consultant to generate equivalent documentation. The bundle itself is $21,652. So how much work is left for you? ComplianceForge aims for approximately a 90% solution across all the products in the bundle. ComplianceForge did the heavy lifting, and the remaining work is fine-tuning the documentation with the specific information that only your organization knows. In practice, customization is essentially filling in the blanks. Adding your company name and logo, which is applied automatically to all documents. Tailoring parameters, such as review cadences and thresholds. Naming specific owner roles for each program. Defining the ISMS scope statement. Completing program-specific scoping. Recovery point and recovery time objectives in the COOP. Severity tiers in the IIRP. And patching service level agreements in the VPMP. And removing sections that do not apply to your organization. If you want a hand, ComplianceForge offers optional professional services. They are not required to customize ComplianceForge documentation. The 5-hour bundle may be beneficial for companies that need some guidance on getting started with how to tailor their documentation. The 10-hour bundle is for companies that need additional guidance on tailoring their documentation to meet their compliance requirements. And the 20-hour bundle is for companies that need robust services beyond just 10 hours to assist in tailoring their documentation. Purchased professional service hours expire 120 days, or 4 months, from the time of purchase if unused. Hours are intended to supplement, not replace, your own customization work. There are more reasons to buy. The CFD Bundle 2 is built around the 2022 editions of ISO 27001 and 27002. ISO 27002 was restructured in 2022, reorganizing the previous 14 sections into 4 themes: organizational, people, physical, and technological controls. The products in this bundle collectively address the ISMS clauses and the Annex A controls. Where the PSP tier bundle covers policies and procedures, the CFD Bundle 2 expands to deliver the full operational picture. Risk management, incident response, business continuity, supply chain risk, and privacy. ISO 27001 is the world's most widely adopted cybersecurity standard, particularly outside the United States, and this bundle provides the documentation foundation to support a certification effort. Cross-references to NIST 853, the NIST CSF, CMMC, and other frameworks provide flexibility for organizations subject to multiple compliance obligations. One last thing, the CFD Bundle 2 covers the most common ISO 27001 near turnkey configuration, but every organization's needs are different. ComplianceForge will build a custom bundle for any combination of products if your requirements differ from the standard bundles. If you need different framework alignment, consider one of the other CFD bundles or the SCF bundles. If you need fewer products, consider the PSP tier bundle. To request a custom bundle quote, contact ComplianceForge directly with a list of the products you need and your timeline. If you have any questions, please email support@complianceforge.com or call 1-307-241-8740. We've been helping organizations since 2005, and we are always happy to help.